Hello there my friends, and welcome to the Scott Ree Project. And for some of you, you finally get to see my ugly mug. Now there is a reason we're doing this today. The Scott Ree Project has hit a milestone. As from last night, I have now got over 50,000 subscribers and I've had 11 million views over the channel. And it's all because of you guys out there. I couldn't do it without your support and your comments. I mean, it's been a fantastic journey these last 3 years, and this last year has been beyond my wildest dreams, and it's all down to you guys. So I just want to say thank you, and the video you're going to see is a radio interview I did with the BBC about the Scott Ree Project, so I hope you enjoy that, and thank you very much again for joining me on this journey. But before we go, I would just like to read out my mission statement to let you know what the Scott Ree Project is all about. So, the Scott Ree Project started as just that, a project, a personal passion I have for butchery and food that I wanted to share before the skills and traditions I've learned over a lifetime died away. But has evolved and become a movement, a mobilisation of like-minded people who feed off my videos. They imitate, replicate, modify and experiment. We are dragging game, offal, traditional artisan butchery and recipes into the 21st century for a new generation to discover and enjoy. No longer are these products and methods frowned upon. This new audience are getting back to the basics of field to fork, nose to tail eating. And I want young and old to understand and appreciate good food and to know where their food comes from, to move away from sanitised, processed, unrecognisable packets of meat on a supermarket shelf that children cannot relate to a specific animal, to having some respect for ourselves and the meat we consume. Critics who condemn the hunting and consumption of seasonal British game miss the point completely. The quarry we take is pure and organic, enjoying a free-range life in the wild until the day it is humanely dispatched and processed with respect rather than consuming farmed meat, which is mass-produced and fed before being shipped to a slaughterhouse, and the anxiety and stress it is put through before death, there is no comparison, and it tells in the taste. We really produce some magnificent food in the UK and have some wonderful traditional recipes that would equal any French or Italian ones. And with contributors from all over the world, our movement is infusing these traditional British recipes with other variations, and the results are magnificent and shared among our community for the cycle to continue. Semper Fidelis Mater Spurno is on the Worcester coat of arms, the motto, and we have adopted it as our motto, basically meaning ever faithful, we scorn to change. We will revive the old ways and share the skills and the knowledge before they are lost forever. Thanks to the power of social media, there are many tens of thousands of subscribers and followers of the Scott Ree Project, and I am personally grateful to each and every one of you. From Ireland to Alabama, from Worcester to Warsaw, this is rock and roll butchery. Well, I think you'll agree that mission statement of mine pretty much sums up everything the Scott Ree Project stands for. And I can't say this enough, guys and girls, it's because of you. The friendships I've struck up, the comments, the conversations, like I said in that statement, from Ireland to Alabama, Worcester to Warsaw, I speak to people all around the world, and it's an absolute pleasure to share my skills and knowledge with you guys. So coming straight after this then is that video I did with a BBC radio station, and running alongside it you'll see a little montage, a video I think you'll find interesting. It's about the building of this butchery I'm standing in. And please, by clicking down there, go onto Facebook, because today there is a lot going on there. I've got a little biog someone writ for me, a Mr. Rooney from Ireland, I think you'll find interesting, all about how I got started in the trade, my influences, my mentors, and I think you would really like to check that out. So get over to Facebook, watch that, but first watch this, enjoy it, and remember, this is rock and roll butchery. God, what a good looking geezer I am. I hope this ain't recording.
Here at 4:20 on BBC Hereford and Worcester. Now, the business of this YouTube sensation I've been promising you. Well, it's a butcher from Worcester, and he's become this big YouTube hit after creating videos of old school butchery techniques. This is true. Scott Rea, who lives in St John's, he's got now more than 7 million views on his page. He creates videos of how to butcher animals and cook traditional foods. Yes, really. Our reporter Carson Wishart has been to meet him.
Well, here we are in Scott's back garden. We're walking down the garden path to the back, and here we have, well, your archetypal garden shed, really. It's green, it's about 10 by 8. Scott's opening the door, and in we go. Show us around, Scott.
Yeah, sure.
This is where all the magic happens.
This is where it all happens. As you can see, I've got various bits of butchery equipment, as well as my studio lighting.
Yeah,
and my
bit of Hollywood here, bit of Hollywood.
Yeah, you know, in St John's, why not? And obviously I've got my butcher's block, I've got sausage machines, mincers, hooks, knives, choppers, we got the whole lot here.
So it's half film studio,
Yeah.
half butchers,
Yeah,
as you would see on your high street,
Yes,
behind the counter kind
exactly
of thing.
Exactly that, yeah.
Okay, I mean, you're going to give us a quick demonstration, but while you've got some pork here, just explain what you got.
I've got a lovely pork loin here, English pork loin, and I thought, you know, we'd cut a pork chop or two.
Okay, well, fine. Well, you go ahead.
Right.
So just explain what you're doing first of
all I'm doing is down in between two ribs till I hit the bone, then get out the big guns, the chopper.
Step back. Wow, and there we are. A perfect pork chop.
Beautiful.
That is absolutely beautiful.
Lovely bit of fat on it, lovely colour.
It's making me hungry already. Why on earth, Scott, have you decided to launch your own butchery channel on YouTube? 7 million views as well.
It's fantastic.
You're an internet sensation.
Oh, nearly.
You are.
What I wanted to do, you know, was archive some of these traditional butchery skills. A lot of skills that have gone, and I just want to make videos so they're archived, and also for people maybe to revive them and have a go themselves, you know. Lots of great old school recipes have gone, sausage making, the old boys have took them to the grave with them, and I just want to do it before they're all gone.
Are you worried that butchery is a dying art? So is this a way of reviving the old ancient trade?
I wouldn't say it's a dying art, but there's not many people going into it. Obviously there's not many butchers around like there used to be, even in Worcester, you know, down the high street. When I was training, the old guy who taught me everything said there used to be 14 butchers down there. Now there's not one. You know, there are guys, you know, who are surviving and doing very well, thank you very much, but they're not, it's not as prolific as it once was.
What do you think the fascination is with this? As we said, 7 million views on YouTube, and you've got celebrity chefs like Nigel Slater, Phil Vickery, Aldo, Zilly, all endorsing this, retweeting your videos, sharing your videos, that kind of thing.
I think people are just genuinely interested where the meat comes from, but also not just where it comes from, but how it's produced, you know, the whole, what's the process, you know. And yeah, it can be a bit hard to watch, don't get me wrong, you know, but people are fascinated by it. You know, my pig butchery video, 1 million views. Just think about that. That's 1 million views of a bloke cutting up a pig. You know, that tells you something, how interested people are in it.
People want to make the most out of the meat.
They do. They want to, you know, have a go themselves, maybe buy a carcass and just be at one with it, you know, and get to grips, have a go, and they know what they're doing, you know. And with my guidance, you know, they'll get all the best cuts and know what to do with it.
And what's next for you then, Scott? Your own butchery show, cookery books, celebrity signings, the lot?
That would be lovely. I'll take all of them. A website, you know, very soon. I would like to have a go at a cookery book. Everybody keeps saying, Scott, why haven't you got a cookery book? You know, it's not that easy. And I would love, you know, maybe a cookery show. You know, I definitely think you could take my channel and make it into a programme, no problem.
Well, let's do that, and let's cash in on this guy. Wow, Butcher from Worcester has become a YouTube sensation. You can look him up, and there will be our own video of what he is doing on Facebook shortly. Check that out later on. That's Scott Rea, who lives in St John. Sounds like he's going to make a whole new living out of that. Good on him.